I posted a quote by Price Pritchett recently that says, "The most powerful person in your life is you." And I firmly, firmly believe that we are the most powerful person in our own life. And I love this both and. And there is so much that we have absolutely no control over in our lives. And this idea of surrender is coming up today. It was part of my contemplation this morning. As I'm recording this, it's Ash Wednesday, a day of surrender, of preparing to surrender. And so, this idea of both being the most powerful person in our lives and having no control in a lot of ways is something that is not easy. It's not something that I love. And it's a reality. It's a reality that most of us face. We plan for things, we prepare for things, we save for things. We do so much to guarantee security in our own lives. And then a storm hits, someone gets sick, we lose a job. The rug is pulled out from under us, right? It can feel like something really traumatic in that moment. It can also just be we get a cold and we can't work for a couple of days. And so our plans go out the window. It doesn't have to be the rug fully pulled out from under us. It can simply be a wrench thrown in things. It can simply be my car didn't start this morning. My tire was flat. Things didn't go as planned in the moment. And so in those moments, my thought process becomes, okay, what do we do? Because the thing that we still have control over is our reaction, our response to it. We can focus on being the victim of the car not starting, being the victim of being sick, being the victim of what the other person said or did. And those things sometimes we have to recognize, right? If we try to ignore that, it just festers, it just stews. So there's a point of recognizing some of that. And then there's a now what? Now what do we do? I can't control my car not starting. I can't control a diagnosis. I can't control a job loss. And those things are terrifying, right? Even as I say that, I think, oh my God, I hope I'm not jinxing myself or anyone listening to this. But this is the human reality that we live in. Things happen. And so as we process the grief, the anger, the frustration, the disempowerment, the regret, whatever feelings come along with that, there's also a point where we go, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do next? Because yes, I've honored this. Yes, I've accepted that. And can I be of service to somebody? Can I be of service to myself, to my family, to my friends, to people I work with, to people I don't know yet? Can I be of service? Is there something I can learn in this? Dang, that is a hard one because it takes us, we can't be in the victim mentality if we're learning, right? And being in that victim mentality feels good in a lot of ways. But when we step out of that into what can I learn through this, from this, we open ourselves up to there might be something else happening here. I don't want to say there's a reason for the suffering. I think that can be very unhelpful. But could there be something else at play? And when we open ourselves up to what can I learn from this, that's really helpful. I've been trying to start a business for, let's say, 4 years. Okay. It's really been on my heart and in my mind for 4 years. I would say that I've been able to commit in a way that I've never been able to over the past 6 months. I've committed my time, my money, my resources. My partner has committed a lot of the same. And we did so with an expectations that things were going to happen a certain way. They did not. Things have not happened the way that I thought that they would. And so I can be in the victimhood of that, of my dog squeaking her toy while I'm trying to record. I can be in the victimhood of this didn't work out the way that I thought it would. I've invested a lot of money. I've invested a lot of time, and I can stay there. Or I can say, yep, there's something to be learned from that. I now know if I'm going to hire a coach, there are questions I'm going to ask that I never thought to ask when I spent my money on a specific coach. There are things that I would do in networking differently. You know, there's all these things that I can learn from this, and that's different than being in the victimhood of it. I can serve, I can tell my story, I can talk about what I'm learning. I can say, do I have a thriving business the way that I thought I would by this point? No. But as I continue to say, I'm committed to this path, I'm committed to walking in this direction because I know that's what's in my heart to do, that something is going to happen. Richard Rudd, I was just listening to him this morning, and he said something, I'd love to remember the exact words. It was, you can control the script. You can control what you're going to say. You cannot control the storyline. And dang it, I want to control the storyline. I want to write my script, and I want to know that what I say is going to get me to this place in my story. It's not. That's that surrender. That's that I can write my own script. I am that powerful. And my script is playing out on a stage with hundreds, thousands, millions, billions of other people writing their own script as well. And so as we do this, it's not just about us, it's about the collective as well. And that is a shift that is, for me, very challenging and very necessary. And that's where, what can I learn? How can I serve? Those questions come in so powerfully because they root us back into the collective. Is there somebody I can connect to who might have already walked this path or might be walking it now? Can we walk it together instead of alone? We get to write our own script. We do not write the script of others. And so as we write our script, we have to do so knowing that we are writing it with others. See who you can serve today. See what you can learn today. See who you can connect with today. And allow your script to come into the greater whole of the storyline that somehow we are all working out together.